This is a second take on a video done by, just getting the details here, 55 Ella 2007K. And yeah, I know the 5s represent an S. Lead speak, I'm down with that. Anyhow, what I was gonna say was the Australian system did something similar. We have something called superannuation. And superannuation was where minimum 9% of your income had to go into what's called a superannuation fund. That's basically like a mandatory retirement fund that pays out when you retire. With the baby boomers and everything else cashing in, it didn't seem like such a bad idea. I mean, the stock market seemed to be going up and up for a couple of decades. Sure, the 80s were a bit rough, still kept going up. We thought it was a pretty good idea. In fact, my dad cashed his out early. We've got this beautiful surround sound system. Love it. So the problem was, and I watched this happen to my own, when the GFC, global financial crisis, hit, a lot of it evaporated right before our very eyes. The stuff we'd been working literally years to accumulate, and we thought was just going to sit there and collect interest like money in the bank. Yeah, it went fast. Like the song said, "You've blown it all sky high." Love it. And, you know, where were the economists who told us it'd be a great idea at the beginning? Where were they when my personally, super disappeared? And the answer is, I don't know. They did their sales pitch, they sold the government on, and they POQ'd. You can guess what that translates as. So, look, America didn't get out of the Great Depression officially until after World War II. And it entered the Great Depression with countries owing it money. And there were some financial problems with the savings and loan crashes around 1913, just before World War I. Oh, sure, there's always some dictator. However, people always seem to be a little more inclined to beat the war drums a little harder when there's a major financial crisis looming. And this one's worldwide. And this time America hasn't got creditors anymore. Well, I mean that, it's got creditors, it just doesn't have debtors. So, what you're really going to have to ask yourself is, if they can't pull any more shenanigans, putting it politely, with the economy, what option do they have left once people start demanding change and they can't be distracted by the normal news? I'm going to also put in a link in the sidebar just referring to a possible solution to corporate irresponsibility. It's actually from Islamic law. It's called the Waqif. And the short version goes, if you want to have a monopoly on a market, that's fine. You can have the monopoly. There's a catch. There's always a catch. You have to pay for the upkeep. Schools, hospitals, public lighting, the gas works, the electric works. Don't get me wrong, you can charge whatever the market will bear. However, it did have a way of curtailing people's greed. I'm not saying all Sharia law is good. I don't agree with a lot of it. And some of it, you know, I think just taking it a bit far. However, when you get right down to it, it's an idea. And ideas are a good place to start. Take what worked in the past, look at what didn't work and why. If you want to solve this economic situation, all you have to do is solutions. I'm going to start posting more on them.